degrees out, whatever, 55, 60 degrees. You could use warm water, put it in a bucket or container and take with you if you're just mixing for a single job. It does dissolve better. So we'll hook that up. Now, when you hook up your pressure washer, one of the best ways to hook it up for your water, I'm going to be sticking out here so nobody's going to overdo it. So we hook it up so we can fill up our buckets, our pump sprayers, that kind of stuff. So we tee that off on the pressure washer. That way we can still run this. We got to refill. We can just keep. We don't have to turn the pressure washer off. Guy can keep going. You can get the next pump sprayer ready to go. Which is basically the same thing.
Because ours are mounted. Ours are portable.
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Huh? The reason for the why?
So you can have
I want to turn the pressure washer off. I want to rinse my hands off. I want to
Otherwise, you have to
always got water.
Oh, yeah.
Without it, disconnect.
That's a nice setup,
But water's always going to the pump, though, right?
Yeah, that's why you got a Y. You got a T to feed the pump in your hands, whatever you want.
So a bucket wash your hands. Let that go for a minute. Now, what do we put in?
Water.
House wash, SH. Right?
You remember the solution amount?
1 gallon. For 1 gallon, 2 cups. 1 to 2 cups for 1 gallon.
2 to 4 parts water.
2 to 4 parts. Let me video this.
1 part bleach.
Oh shit, I'm already videoing. Well, what else you put in? The SH and the house wash?
And the water.
And
then
then
put in a little soap. And it's just enough to give it a little bit of cling. And if we're doing the per carb,
That's your stripper, right?
nope, that's the oxygenated bleach.
Okay.
No, these are just cleaners. We're only cleaning the wood right now. Okay, and obviously you can see the wood's getting wet. We don't even have to worry about that.
Yeah, it's pretty wet now.
Now we're just doing cleaners right now.
Just clean it.
Give me a yellow brush. Long handle. Thank you. Alright, so the wood's already wet. So we're going to put them right next to each other. And we're going to clean first with our house wash type mix you guys are talking about. But it's actually 2 to 4 parts water, 1 part sodium hypochlorite. Okay. And a little bit of soap. Soap gives it the cling. Back your hand with short handle brush. And then this will be the sodium percarbonate.
Oxygenated.
Half this board is going to be sodium percarbonate.
Over top of the house wash.
The other one's going to be just.
All I do is agitate. Now you're not going to brush it on. I'll brush it on just for the demo. You're going to apply with your pump sprayer.
Right.
And you're going to leave it sit on the dwell. So, more time on the cleaners. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. So it's only about 10 minutes. And the strippers are going to let it sit a lot longer. Yesterday we talked about heavy mold and mildew, we use, instead of a cleaner, sometimes we'll do what? Different. So, now when we mix the stripper, this is the same thing. You would go with whatever your manufacturer recommends. Okay, so it could be 3 parts stripper, I'm sorry, 1 part stripper, 3 parts water. It might be a range where it's 1 part stripper and maybe 3 to 7 parts water. Right, because it depends on the coating. If you have a lot of stain on there and you're stripping it up, you want to make it stronger, you already know it's going to be about 3 to 1. If there's just there's some stain on there, stain's not going to come off clean. So you use a lesser dilution of the stripper. You can always make it stronger, but maybe you start out at 6 to 1 or something like that, 7 to 1. But always follow whatever your manufacturer's recommendations are. So, same thing here. And you don't need a lot. Now, this is the sodium hydroxide based stripper. There's 1 part stripper.
What are they?
Well, at least it's not snowing, right? Could you give me another yellow brush if there's one there? There you go. Okay, now, we said yesterday that these are mostly used for oil bases, right? They can be used on water base as well. So, what we're going to do on this, we're going to put this here. 1/2. So that stripper had heavy mold, mildew, and algae, right? This one we're going to use the cleaner, and we're going to do the other half. And then we'll be able to see the difference, okay? Cleaner's on one side, stripper's on the other side.
One side's house wash, the other side's stripper.
Pretty wet wood.
Oh, pallet. Yeah. That's safe.
I first put that on, heat it up a little bit.
Oxygen.
By the way, that's water-based.
The stripper? No.
Just
Oh, okay. The stain. I hear you.
well done, well done. Okay. So now we've got cleaner working on, you can see the difference of it already.
Yeah.
Okay? Which one's cleaning better, which one's not. Why use sodium carbonate over sodium hypochlorite? Most of it's an environmental issue anyway. Same thing here. We have the cleaner on one side, the stripper with heavy mold, mildew, and algae. We flip that over, we'll put the stripper on there as well. The other thing we talked about was solvent-based strippers, right? Talk about solvent-based strippers. Those are the ones where you have coats and multiple coats, could be water-based. Okay? What you'll do is, most of them are gel. This one's a safer. Okay? That's your environmental one. This one is your high performance. This is for work more around waterways, that kind of stuff.
So how much is a little tub of that?
They'll be $200 a 5 probably. You could probably get better pricing, depending on.
But it's a paste type.
Right. And now but they make these now that they can go on with an airless sprayer. And what you do is you just put those on dry surface. And they usually require a long dwell time. And what we'll do is we'll do some stuff here and we'll let that sit and then we'll address this one at the end. so you can see how some of that stuff works, okay? Now, if this were a deck and you were leaving it dwell for a long dwell time, you may put a tarp over the deck and leave it, come back the next morning. You may leave it for, like we said, 1 to 3 hours. But they keep changing these things. Like I said, they make it now where you can put this through an airless sprayer, okay? And that's what they're using on a lot of log homes and so forth. Okay, so got our cleaner on there. If it's raining like this, we would probably still work, okay? It's because it's still getting some dwell time here. It's when it's not going to have that dwell time that we usually have the issue, yeah. All right, so this. Still wet, we're stripping, clean. What's that? No. Anytime you strip, you do what?
Rinse.
No, brightener. You go grab me some brightener, Matt.
You don't
blue
rinse
label.
it between the brightener? You put it right,
Right here.
over that?
You put it right on while it's wet. No, I'm gonna use that in a few minutes too. Talked about lowering the pressure of the ship, right? This is a 4.0. And so this pressure also is on there. So when you spray it, you're always going to follow up with the brightening.